I kind of
Heard through the grapevine.
that somebody that we know may have won both Country Album of the Year and also won Album of the Year. Is that did I wake up and hear that right? Was that what happened today? Is that what happened today?
Linda Martell.
A pretty little dress.
Living and working in the city, I thought I was a big girl. Oh, I felt so smart in my own life, I was true. So Miss Smarty found herself a city boy who one night said he loved her, and the next night he leaves her sitting where the bad kicks of the blue.
So I kind of
Heard through the grapevine.
that somebody that we know may have won both Country Album of the Year and also won Album of the Year. Is that did I wake up and hear that right? Was that what happened today? Is that what happened today? Listen. listen. You're gonna come to my channel and you know there's gonna be something Beyonce related. That just goes out saying, do you know what I mean? And usually I'm quite demure and I'm quite humble about these things, do you know what I mean? Because nobody likes, a gloaty winner. But I got to say, yeah, I woke up, because that was the first thing I saw this morning, right? The first thing I saw this morning was this post.
And the Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter, Beyoncé.
The second thing I saw after that was this post.
As selected by the 13,000 voting members of the Recording Academy, the Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter.
As the t-shirt says, yeah, I am prone to crying, yeah. That is my toxic trait, I'm prone to crying. So, I'm not going to say that I didn't cry a little bit, because I did. I did cry a little bit. Not like big tears, because at the end of the day, she doesn't know me. Do you know what I mean? To know me. But I did shed a tear, and I tell you why. Not only because, the world is a bit crazy right now anyway, do you know what I mean? And I know there's a lot of things going on in America right now where people that look like me, in different ways of me, are not necessarily feeling the love in the country that they've lived in all their life and stuff. So, to see that Beyonce's album isn't just about the music, it's about this gatekeeping of genres, yeah, this gatekeeping of you don't belong, you shall not belong.
You shall not pass!
Well, actually, today marked today. Not to be fair, and again, this takes nothing away from the win, but to be honest, the actual accolade of it didn't really matter because the history has already been laid. It's already been laid. But to know that actually all that hard work, all that passion, all that determination in the face of adversity, in the face of someone even doubling down to say, do you know what? You see you and your Jackson 5 nose. Okay, I tell you what, yeah, you are not even gonna get nominated for nothing. Yeah, you're not even gonna get nominated for nothing. That's how much that we don't rate you, don't want you, don't need you. You're not even going to get nominated for nothing at the very awards that look at the country music. You're not getting nominated for anything. And I remember, is it Blake Shelton? Is that his name? there was a guy, I recognise his face, but I can't remember his name. He was like, listen, you know, you want to be part of us? Come be part of us. Do you know what I mean? Come be part of us. You know, we'd love to see more of you. Like, I've never heard something so crazy. Like, it's almost like saying, because you don't spend time with us, yeah, the very same event that basically told her that she wasn't welcome, right? But because you don't spend time with us, then realistically, that by default means that the music you produce cannot be the genre. So we are the keepers of the genre, and if you want a piece of that pie, you need to go and kiss some butt with us. That's the kind of message I got from that. It's like saying, right? Because I mean, most of my analogies come down to food, right? So just say tomorrow I decide that I want to make a donut, right? I want to make a donut, a really nice glazed, Krispy Kreme-esque donut, right? And say there are some awards for donuts, right? And suddenly, because I've made this really gorgeous, sumptuous donut, yeah, and I've gone back to like the old school recipes of when like my mum and my grandma and my grandma's grandma, my grandma's grandma, they've got this great recipe because actually they were born in the era that, you know, that made these amazing donuts. I've made that donut, but you know what? I don't sit down there and chat to like Krispy Kreme aficionados. I mean, I don't do that. Does my donut not count as a real donut just because I didn't come and kiss butt with them? Or does my donut still exist as a really lovely donut? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense that you have to say that you have to come and do that in order for this body of work to qualify for what it actually is. You can miss me with that. So, with all of that in mind, what's going on in the country right now, the blockade of her allowance into this area, you know, the kind of fake ally crap. With all of that in mind, and knowing that she did it anyway, and it was still and then when you take all of that to one side, the history, like all the history that's wrapped up in the album and all the things that are brought up and stuff, like all of that, and then the fact that the album itself is just, it's just wonderful. Like the tracks on there are just, I rinsed it pretty much every single day last year. I'm still listening to it now. Do you know what I mean? There are so many tracks on the album that are just glorious to listen to. Whether you're in a hype mode, whether you're in a chill mode, like it's just an awesome album to listen to. All those different things combined, I shed a tear. I did shed a tear. And I said to myself today, I was like, how am I going to recognize this? Because of course I'm going to. So number one, I did say that I wasn't going to go to the to this tour if there was going to be a tour, just because, you know, I don't have Beyonce money, but I feel like, and you know, and I had a really good time at Renaissance as well. Renaissance was like the absolute best. Like I will never be able to put into words how much I enjoyed that concert ever. So I was like, I've done Club Renaissance and stuff. Like, I've already met her before, so, you know, maybe I can sit this one out. But then watching the Christmas halftime show, I was like, I don't think I can sit this one out. I don't think I can. And then to see that this is the album that she's won Album of the Year for, and it's such a history-making album. I'm like, I can't miss this. I cannot miss this. That's the first thing. That's the first one I'm going to honour it. But the second thing is, she mentioned Linda Martell in her acceptance speech, and I still haven't actually gone through like all the different kind of tracks that have been featured in this album, or the different artists that have been mentioned in this album. I still have not taken the time to just listen to those, and I'm like, what? And it's mainly because like I'm kept busy with lots of other reactions, right? So I was like, right, what I am going to do today is I am going to listen to some Linda Martell, and I'm sure that once I start going down this little rabbit hole, I'm sure there's going to be more that I'm going to want to find out and stuff, and from more artists as well. So that is the gift that Beyonce has given me in terms of like that curiosity about all this music and all this kind of legacy. Like, where does that come from? Where does that stem from? And I'm not taking anything away from like country artists today that don't look like me. Like that is there and proud and big, and there's a lot of amazing artists there. But that doesn't mean that we can't also celebrate people that came before that. Which therefore means that like you don't have ownership of that. Do you know what I mean? Like, music doesn't belong to anyone. It's exactly like I've just seen that in Japan, like they're getting down some dancehall, like some serious dancehall music, like. Yeah. I never knew that. I never knew that was big in Japan. Do you know what I mean? I'm here for it. I'm here for the fashion. I'm here for the cult. Like, you know, it's not about trying to gatekeep stuff. It's about celebrating things that we can all enjoy, no matter what you look like, no matter where you're from. And I think that is why her winning the Grammy for those 2 albums, not just because she deserved the album of the year a long time ago, but I think it's the message it sends out to the world. I mean, like, be passionate about what you're passionate about, and don't let anyone tell you that you cannot do something because of who you are, what you look like. It's not about it. It's not about it at all. And I also love the fact that the 2 people that gave her those awards were, one was Taylor Swift. So all the people that have had this kind of like, oh no Taylor, oh no Beyonce, oh no, just stop it. They're friends. You can enjoy both things without there being any kind of rivalry. Do you know what I mean? I don't see it being a case of, well, if Beyonce wins it, it means that Taylor Swift is not talented, and the same vice versa for Beyonce. It just doesn't mean that. So the fact that Taylor Swift was the one to award her that, and she's one of the first people to raise her glass as well. Yes, Taylor, I'm here for that. And then the second thing was, I think it was the LA Fire Department who awarded her her award for the album of the year, and obviously with everything that's going on over there and all the stuff that they've had to face and fight and stuff, like, you know, it's such a monumental thing that they would have been able to take time out of their day. I mean, they probably would have been just so super stoked to be there amongst all these, like, you know, celebrities and people that they probably looked up to in different ways or enjoyed in different ways, and obviously they're the real heroes of the day. So even that was such a monumental thing that they were able to do that. Like, I loved that, and the fact that Blue looked gorgeous, and the fact that Jay-Z was there and their family, and it just felt like it was a really good, wholesome moment, and I was just really happy for them. So yes. So that's a very long intro. It's a very long intro, but it needed to be said. It needed to be said. That's how I feel, and I'm still, and in fact, even like about 5 minutes ago, I got a comment on my video, on this video in particular, where I was basically saying that, you know, oh, Beyonce's album is so not country, and just kind of looking into, well, what does make up country music? What makes up country music? And I did what most people do when they go and they have a question. I went to Google. And Google had some definitions of country music for me. I'm like, okay. So I put that in the video. And I was like, well, I don't understand what people are mad, because to me, that's a big tick on the majority of the songs on the album. Anyway, so, you know, whilst I'm shed a tear this morning, I'm now at the point where I'm like, oh, hell. Like, it's not to be smug, man, but there might be some bugs on the rest of you mugs, but there ain't no bugs on me. I'm just happy. It's a very good, happy day. So all the haters, don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. We ain't got no time for it. Yeah, I mean, like, you can stay big mad. You can stay big mad, because the majority of people that are happy right now, they ain't focused on your big madness. Yeah, I mean, they're not. So whatever. So yes, Linda Martell. So I don't even know like what song to dive into. So I'm literally gonna go by the first song that I find on YouTube. But I'm just intrigued to find out like what, like, because obviously we hear her voice on the album, but you know, obviously she's been placed on there for a reason, and the fact that she's been shouted out again today, like when Beyonce won that award, I'm like, I need to find out about this woman. So that's what we're about to do. That's what we are about to do. Right. Well, I'm gonna go for the top one, which is Bad Case of the Blues, Yeahhhhhh, 1970. Okay, let's do this.
Linda Martell.
Pretty little dress.
Living and working in the city, I thought I was a big deal.
That was so cute. That was so cute. When you think of country music, that's kind of, you know, with the hay bales, the hay bales, you know, the fiddle and stuff. Like, that sounds like very traditional country. And I can appreciate that, like, Beyonce's album may not be a traditional country album, but it doesn't mean that it hasn't got the ingredients of what makes up a country song. And I think that's the difference. I think some people, like, I've just seen someone saying, I'm not listening to this crap. So, I have to laugh here because I just some people are so mad. They're so mad. Like, I'm not listening to this. And it's like, but no one's forcing you to listen to anything. Yeah. Like, I think for me, it's just like, as I listen to Linda Martell and listen to that song, it's just like, okay, I can see how that could be seen as traditional country, but that doesn't mean that that's the only type of country tune that could ever be made. It's exactly the same with like soul and neo soul and R&B. You know, like, music doesn't always stay the same. It doesn't necessarily mean that, like, you know, it cannot be, you know, part of something else because there's a newer, fresher kind of element to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it just isn't that at all, but whatever. But anyway, that was really, really cute. I really liked that. Like, I liked the kind of yodeling part as well. Like, I didn't even know that's... I've never heard Linda Martell sing anything. I've never seen her before. So to see her in that kind of, like, get-up, and, you know, looking so pretty in that dress and stuff, but just singing just a really nice, catchy song about the blend and the blues. Like, it's just so... I really enjoyed that. Really, really enjoyed it. And look, I'm not saying that, like, country music is now something I'm going to listen to every single day, but it's definitely something I can appreciate, and I think knowing the history of it makes it appeal more to me as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, because, well, why wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's something history related. There's amazing artists within it, like, and because I think some people are probably feeling like, oh, it's going to be a takeover. You know, this is something that has been predominantly, you know, owned by a certain look of person. But realistically, like, it doesn't matter. Like, if something's great, it's great. It's a bit like, I was having a debate with someone about K-pop and them saying that, like, you know, oh, I don't know how I feel about it and whether it's cultural appropriation or whatever. But to me, cultural appropriation is more about when there's a negative... There's a negative concept to it. There's a negative part to it where it's all of the praise without any of the pain. And I don't necessarily feel as though people that are kind of enjoying elements of traditional, like, R&B or rap or whatever else that may not necessarily have been, you know, born in that country. I don't necessarily see that as a bad thing because you're celebrating it, you're enjoying it, and it's getting further widespread acknowledgement. I mean, like, can we not just appreciate that? Like, why has it got to be like a gate-kept thing? I don't know. That's just my opinion anyway. Like, I mean, if it's bad, it's bad. But if it's good, then, like, who cares? Do you know what I mean? Like, just... But definitely celebrating history and where that comes from, I think, is so important. So watching that has been really, really awesome. I'm looking forward to, like, diving into, like, a little bit more. And maybe seeing if there's any more, like, as I'm sure there will be, like, you know, artists from that period of time that helped pave the way, like that, or, you know, that at least were involved, at least were there. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's speak their names and find them out. So yeah, man, I'm looking forward to diving a bit more. But I'd love to know what you guys thought of this. What do you think of the whole, you know, Beyonce winning? You know, are you happy about it? Are you still mad about it? Like, just, yeah, I just know what your thoughts are regardless. And look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. Do you know what I mean? Like, so don't think for one second you can't have your opinion. But just know, if you're rude and out of order, I will tell you. I will tell you. But yeah, for now, thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. And if you do want access to my reactions before they come to YouTube, then please do head over to my Patreon, which is a great way to help support the channel, and it's a great way to connect with me more as well. So you cannot lose. You cannot lose. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.